Hey everybody, Mark here at Gilbo Realty. So what's the state of the real estate market in the Villages? I see the listings have stayed at about 475 to 480 over the last week. So you're going to have some fluctuations there going up and down. And I see a lot more motivated sellers within the MLS. Looking at the comments, motivated sellers. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Seems like a lot of people have bought within the last couple years, and a lot of these homes weren't even lived in, or very little, 3 to 4 months, which I find kind of baffling. But that seems to be where a lot of this inventory is coming from. Seems to be a lot of people unloading some investment properties, maybe some short-term rentals, and that's probably going to continue. Like I said, the peak of the Villages was 2022. Early 2022, and if you bought at that time or later, then you probably are losing money on your house if you go to resell it today. Okay. The Villages is a beautiful place. I'm going to do a bunch of videos this week. I'm going to some open houses today. I actually booked some appointments too, to go look at houses, and we're going to take a look at them, and I'll have some video for that, some live video. And it's a lot different. You can do reviews by photos, but when you're actually in person, seeing what they're offering for this property, then it really makes a difference on, there's nothing that beats the visual eye when it comes to buying a house. So that's what we can do for you too. If you're looking at a property and you're afraid you're not going to be able to be there to buy, that's what, myself and Sandy and pretty soon my wife, Nicole, are here for. We're here to be your eyes and ears on some things. And also, if you're not going to be here, always try to do a home inspection on a property. That's the way to go. Okay? Just to, cross your T's, dot your I's. You always make sure that, your interests are covered. A lot of investors seem to be looking still, but I think many of them also are sitting on the sidelines, waiting for some of these prices to drop. Not just here. It's across the country, really. In the northern sections, as I've been stating in the videos over the last few weeks, is that in the north, inventory is high inventory is low right now, so prices are high, exorbitantly high. So now's a good time to buy. If you plan on purchasing in the Villages, and you might wait 6 to 12 months, then nobody knows what's going to happen in 6 to 12 months after the election. We don't know. But what I recommend is that if you can get the max value for your home and you're 100% sure that you're moving to the Villages, you may want to consider that. Okay, selling now if you can. Just for an example, we're writing offers up in upstate New York for 80, 90 grand, 100 grand over asking, and we're still losing. So there's people out there buying these homes in these places, and these are not really investors because they're not going to spend that much over asking. But a lot of these are just desperate people. They're waiting on the sidelines. That's becoming less and less as the inventory becomes less and less. In New York at least. So if you live in the Northeast or you live out west and you plan on selling your house, now's a great time. Okay, only because property values are inflated. Okay, and right now you have property values in Florida which are deflating. Okay, that's not anything new. We all know that. That's what's been going on for the last probably 2 years, almost 2 years, and the stats show it. Everybody can deny it. It seems to be the realtors in the Villages are on board finally with the inventory going up, admitting that prices are coming down, a lot more motivated sellers, a lot more listings, and very many vacant listings. I was actually quite surprised. Out of the 470 something listings right now, there's probably about 260, plus or minus a few, of vacant properties. So that's one thing to keep an eye on. A lot of people bought these homes. They're not living in them right now, and they're trying to get rid of them, unload them, and they're sitting on the market. So your days on market will continue to go up, and that's what I see in the future. I don't think it's going to be a drastic change. I think it's going to be a gradual change. This is not 2008 where it happened overnight. But if banks go out of business and they start, hemorrhaging, then it could be 08 again. We just don't know. I hope it's not 08. I was in 08 in mortgages, and I don't want to be there again. But at the same time, we just don't know. You know, it's above all of our pay grades mostly, unless you work for the Federal Reserve, if you're watching my video. And that's kind of where I see it. I see inventory going up. It'll fluctuate here because of the seasons, Florida, seasonal. And prices probably coming down, continuing to slowly decline. And it'll be sporadic, you know, price spikes in certain areas. But that's all I see. I don't see too much of that happening. Now, in upstate New York too, don't get me wrong, in many areas outside of the major cities, the prices have come down. And that'll probably continue as well. I mean, a year ago, I couldn't find a house that needed rehab for less than 100 grand. Now I'm finding it for 30, 35, 40, 60, 75. Again, these need a lot of work, but I couldn't even find those. So now we're finding these properties again at lower prices, and some investors have been coming in to pick some of these up. So at the same time, keep an eye on the villages. Go to my website, gilborealty.com. You guys know that by now. If you haven't committed a search on there, go on there, create a search, create a profile, save the properties to your favorites so we know what you're looking at. And then what happens is, if you plan a lifestyle visit with the villages, or you just plan on coming down, then we can set up our times with you so that we can show you houses. We can be prepared for when you show up. And Sandy's really good. Sandy's our agent in the villages. She's amazing. I think you'll be tremendously happy with her. And she'll be able to coordinate some showings and you know, with a bunch of open houses as well. So anybody have any questions, give me a holler, 315-804-4847. Contact me down below in the comments. I probably won't have them updated till later today. And find some houses in the villages. It's a beautiful day. Let me turn this around. It's another beautiful day. I just went and got coffee here at Sawgrass. You got people over here playing shuffleboard. And, you know, a little neighborhood behind over here. But this is, you know, the villages right now. This is all the snowbirds pretty much gone. And the traffic now is very, very little, surprisingly. And you can go to dinner and not have to wait. You can go out anywhere. It doesn't really matter if it's Brownwood. Doesn't matter if it's down here Sawgrass, at McGrady's. It doesn't really matter. You're not. There's really no wait if you go a little bit early. So anybody visiting the villages, please let us know. Go to our website, sign up, and we'll be able to help you out, okay? But I'm going to some open houses today. It's 11:40. I'm going to an open house at 12 o'clock today. It's a really nice one. I actually reviewed it a couple weeks ago. Then I have 3 houses I'm going to go see after that I created appointments for that are on the MLS. I'm going to go in there, and they're vacant. So we'll take a look and see how these things are really being priced out based on condition from my point of view. All right, so anyways, video's coming up. Everybody had a good day. Take care, have a drink. Talk to you soon. Bye.